Hello, everyone. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Whether you're checking this episode out on YouTube through our channel, or you're checking it out on your favorite podcast host, or you're coming through our website, digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com, thank you for tuning in to another episode. On this episode today, I was just sitting around thinking about some of the prospects and clients that I've dealt with over the years and some of the challenges they have faced, and what are some of the common challenges, and if there's something I can put together to just kind of address some of those common challenges. One of the common challenges that I encounter in dealing with clients, and one thing that I encounter in doing my initial social media audit, excuse me, when taking on new clients or prospects, I do a social media audit, and I go back, weeks, sometime into the months, and just kind of get an idea of posting frequency, the type of content, the engagement, their reach, what's working, what's not working, what's getting likes, what's getting shares, those type of things. And one of the very common issues that I find with clients that I deal with is a lack of consistency in posting on social media. And this can go across the board, as whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you know, the whole shot across the board. I usually find a lack of consistency in the posting schedule, and it can go from as little as maybe they haven't posted in a week, to maybe they haven't posted in a month, to they haven't posted in 3 to 6 months, to even in extreme cases, like a year, they haven't posted. So that's a common problem, but it's an easily corrected problem. It's an easy corrected problem because to correct lack of consistency, you just have to become consistent. If you haven't posted in days, weeks, months, a year, then you just have to take that first step and start posting in the present, and then make a commitment that you will post regularly going forward. So it's a fairly easy to correct problem. And some of my prospects that I speak with or deal with, I try to get an understanding of, what is the challenge that they're facing that causes them to not post as frequently as they should. And, social media is a real beast, especially if you're starting with a new page or you have a small audience. You may not see the results immediately. You may not see all of the engagement, or you may not see the reach. You may not see the likes and the shares and the comments coming at you. If you go into your back office and check out your analytics, it may seem like, you're in a ghost town where nothing is going on and nothing is happening. And in that context, it can be very discouraging to have someone tell you that you need to post more regular. You need to post every day. You need to post several times a day. You need to post throughout the month. Where the more they post, it seems like nothing is happening. No traction is happening. No one is responding, commenting, sharing, asking for your expertise, your advice, your product. They're not trying to buy from you. It's so many, things that's happening. And you may start off posting with the excitement, but I look over time, if they're not getting that engagement and that response that they think that they should get, then I notice a tapering off of their content output. And it may start a few days, but it always leads to, days always lead to weeks, weeks lead to month lead to months, and month lead to a year. So it's a common issue, but it's a easily corrected issue. And we have to understand how important being consistent in creating content and posting on social media is to your bottom line, which is, getting that reach and that engagement. When you post on a regular basis, you're signaling to the algorithm, to the system, that you think what you're talking about is important, that you have something to say, and that you're committed to producing regular and quality content. That's a green flag or thumbs up to the algorithm, for one. And the more you post, it only gets better for you in helping the algorithm push you out more, or helping more eyes be seen on your content. I know it seems counterintuitive that if I'm not getting reach engagement, how is producing more content going to do that? It's not going to do it overnight. It's not even going to do it over a week. It's not even going to do it over a month, maybe. But the greatest journey always starts with that one step. So if you make a commitment to, I'm going to post more regularly, post more frequently, you may not see immediate results because it's like planting a seed. And each piece of content that you create or post on social media is just planting another seed, or it's watering seeds that's already been planted. And at the right time, you will begin to grow little by little more reach, more engagement, because you are putting yourself out there where the algorithm will start recognizing you and the importance and what you're offering. So start posting more frequently, start posting more consistently, can't get it out, as one of the first steps to correcting the problem. And the more you post, see, there's up to 2 billion people get on social media on any given day. According to reports that I've seen, up to 2 billion people get on social media on any given day. And if you post regularly and frequently, you're going to draw people to you. Of that possibly 2 billion people that get online on any given day, because people are constantly searching on social media for anything and everything. And in that search, somebody's going to find your content. Somebody's going to find your page. They're going to find your post, right? And the more you do it, then the possibility increases for more people to find what you're talking about on any given day. And if you're producing quality content, when they find your content and you have a suite or a lot of quality content, then as they find what they were looking for in the piece of content that you posted, they're going to go look and see, well, what else are they talking about? What else are they offering? What else do they get into? And you can produce a fan and a follower just like that. And then, like I said, if you post regularly, every day, as people are searching, then more people are finding what you're talking about. If you're talking about nutrition, people search for nutrition every day. People looking for health tips and exercise tips and motivation. They're looking every day. They're searching for, these topics and many more. People looking for information about their pets. If that's your niche, that's what you're into, you're talking about, then people are going to be searching that, and you may pop up on the radar of what they're searching for, and now they found you, and now they're going to follow you, and now they're going to keep up with your content. You see how it happens? That it doesn't happen overnight, but little by little, you can pick up a fan here, a fan there, a fan there, a fan here, a fan there. And as the weeks and months roll on, you begin to build that little audience. You see what I'm saying? You begin to build 20 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. You start building, you get the momentum going. So it's so important that you post regularly, consistently, and produce quality content when you post regularly and consistently. And when I say just post, I don't mean just post, and you're not seeing no wins. You have to be wise enough to understand when you have to shift and make adjustments. Because you can post, but if you're posting the wrong thing, you're not going to get any results and any traction. So you have to, while you're posting on this regular basis, you have to research, okay, this post right here got a lot of reach, a lot of engagement. Go back and look, what did I do? What was the color scheme? What was the messaging? What time did I post it? And whatever won for that particular post, then try to duplicate and do it again and see if it works again. And if it works again and it works again, then you may be on to a winning strategy. Then you need to do more of that. And then conversely, if you have a post that's not going nowhere, it's just dead in the water, it went ghost in the social media world, then you learn not to do that, not to post at that particular time. Maybe that messaging was a little bad. Maybe the color scheme, maybe the graphics, something was, pretty bad about that. So you learn what to do and what not to do when you analyze what you're posting. So I'm not just saying just see post. If you post trash, if you post good, if you post more, that it's just gonna take off. You have to post regularly, but you have to post quality as well when you're posting on a regular basis. So those are two things that I want you to keep in mind. Post consistently, regularly, and quality when you post. And research yourself what's winning, what's not winning, okay? What are some more things that I wanted to speak on with regards to posting consistently and regularly? Oh yeah. Um, you may want to come up with a content calendar. This is something that I don't do myself. I'm gonna give you this advice, but I don't do it myself just because I'm the type of content creator. I like to create content in the moment. I may say I wake up at 12 o'clock at night and I can't go back to sleep. Then I'm not gonna sit there and stare at the ceiling and count sheep. I pull out my phone and sometimes I have a great thought and I'm like, let me produce this piece of content. Let me produce this meme. Let me put together some let me repurpose a video and create a reel or create a short. And I'll post that at 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning if I wake up. I have a thought idea. Sometimes at 3 p.m. in the day, I have an idea. Sometimes drinking coffee at 8 o'clock in the morning, I have an idea. So I don't personally, I don't want to be beholden to a content calendar where I feel, structured. Where on Monday I only can post this. On Tuesday at 4, I only can post this. On Saturday, this what I post this. I'm the type of person I like to be free and open to post when I feel like it. And that's the strategy that I take. And that strategy, works for me, just for me. But there is a it can be beneficial for you to come up with a content calendar, at least in the beginning, as you're trying to figure this out and trying to turn things around and be more consistent and more regular with your content. It's kind of like putting on some training wheels. And, when you put on training wheels when you're riding a bicycle, it's not forever. It's just to steady things and get you used to balancing a bike and riding down the street. But at a certain point, when you learn the balancing and keeping the bike straight going down the street, you take those training wheels off and then you ride off into the sunset. A content calendar, it can be forever or it can be just to help you produce a regular posting schedule during the week. Some people may need, that structured content calendar, which says on Monday, produce a reel. On Tuesday, drop 3 memes. On Wednesday, set up a Q&A live. On Thursday, you know, go back to posting some quotes. On Friday, make Friday motivational Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, you can either take off or you can just kind of take another strategy from early in the week and do it again. Q&A, posting memes, doing a reel. Some people need that structure, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would probably highly advise you to try it out if you need that to help you get get the wheels turning and to become more regular and consistent in posting your content. Go ahead and whip out a content calendar. You can go on Canva and set up a free Canva account if you don't have one. And in the search, look up content calendar, and it'll come up with a template for a content calendar. And you can either digitally fill in the content that you want to create, or you can print it out. Therefore, on a week by week basis, you can fill in what content you're going to post on what particular day. And therefore, if at any time you're scratching your head and you're wondering what to do or what I should be doing, then you can just go back and always refer to your content calendar and say, oh yeah, on Monday, let me go ahead and just produce a reel. Let me talk into the mic for a minute or two or a few seconds, and let me whip that into a reel and then share that, or cut it up a few ways and make 2 or 3 reels out of it. Let me share it on YouTube. Let me share it on Instagram. Let me share it on TikTok. Let me put it out on Facebook. Let me put these reels out. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to come up with some informative, educational memes about what I'm into and what I'm about. And I'm going to share that across the digital landscape and the space and let people know that. And you just keep doing that over and over. And it's kind of like, back in the day when I was coming up, we had a TV guide. And people used to look to that TV guide to find out what was the week television content going to be like. What show came on Monday at 7. Yeah, my favorite show comes on Monday at 7. Yeah, Thursday Night Football comes on. Yeah, on Saturday this show comes on. Oh yeah, on Wednesday morning this show comes on. And every week that schedule pretty much stayed the same, except in certain instances. But every week that schedule stayed the same. So that produced the TV viewers with a regularity of understanding something to look forward to. On Monday, my show. Wednesday, my show. Saturday, my show. TGIF, that was big growing up. Thank God it's Friday. Had a lot of shows coming on Friday. TGIF, that was really big to look into. And it just creates something for people to look forward to. Like if you post memes on Monday, then people get used to looking forward to on Monday, he or she, they're going to produce a new reel on Monday. So they're already looking forward to your next reel on Monday. If they know on Wednesday you do a Q&A live, they already know and they're looking forward to on Wednesday, they're going to do a Q&A live. I look forward to that every Wednesday. So that, that's like the power of having a content calendar, that it produces regularity for you, and it produces regular expectations for your audience of looking forward to when you're going to do certain things. And again, I'm giving you the advice because it's right, but it's not something that I practice, because I'm just really just an all over the place, unorthodox type of content creator and content poster. I can post at 12 a.m., I say 2 a.m. I can post at 12 noon, 8 in the morning, drinking coffee. I just post all over the place. And the few times I've tried to do a content calendar, because have that type of mindset when it comes to posting, content calendars don't work for me, because they restrict me and put me in a box where I have to be out of the box. I like to post. After I finish this podcast right now, I can come up and post something, but that wasn't on a content calendar. It's just because ideas are flowing through my mind, and I may want to post something right after this podcast, this message that I'm recording. But I want to be free and reserve the right to do that whenever I want to do it. But I'm just putting that disclaimer out there that you may want to look into producing a content calendar, at least in the initial, to help you create regularity and a consistent posting schedule for yourself. Another thing that creates problems with people being consistent and regular in their posting is it can be a lot of work. It can be a lot of work to post on a regular and a consistent basis. Ideally, I would say post 7 days a week. Ideally, at the minimum, at least post once a week, up to 3 times a week. But ideally, I would say post every day. And I would say post several times a day, every day. But I understand that can be a lot to ask of someone. So, some people may not do that. People may shy away from doing that. But I want to give you just a strategy that you can employ that can help you post more without really working that hard. As they say, work smarter, not harder. So I'm going to give you something to help you work smarter, not harder. This is a strategy that you can employ. Remember I talked about the content calendar? How every day you can dedicate that day to your posting something like the reel on Monday, Q&A live on Wednesday. You can do quotes on one day. You can do memes on another day. If you have such a regular schedule set up, then what you can do on those Saturday and Sundays where I said that kind of maybe free, kind of more freebie days on your content calendar, how about you do this? On either Saturday or Sunday or both days, that you dedicate time. I can't tell you how much time, that's kind of up to you to figure out, but you dedicate time on one or both days to batch create your content. And by batch creating content, meaning that you create a week's worth of content in 1 or 2 days. If you're going to produce, reels for the week, then you record those reels in one setting. Or you create like a larger message, 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can chop it up into multiple ways. Take the high points of the message and you chop that and make that into a reel. And if you do that in 1 or 2 days on the weekend, then your reels are done for the week. If you on 1 or 2 days, Saturday or Sunday, you create all your digital images, all your memes in that one day, then you're done for the week. If you can't do a live, well, yes you can. You can do a live in advance too. You can pre-record it, and then when it's time to play it with certain platforms, you can just broadcast the pre-recorded video. Like StreamYard lets you do that. You can just broadcast the pre-recorded video, and you just let people know this was pre-recorded, and you can engage with them in the comment section. You can just engage them in the comments. They drop comments to what you're saying. You just engage with them in the comment section. I was about to say you can do that as well. What else? You can do your memes. You can do your quotes. You can different social media post ideas you may have. You can go ahead and write them in advance. And the power of this strategy right here, what this is going to do for you is it's going to free you up so that you're not thinking day by day or through the week, what do I post next? What do I post next? Or I'm tired today. I don't feel like creating these reels. I don't feel like creating memes. I don't feel like posting today. So you can batch create stuff in advance. And I've done this a lot, particularly with video content. I record if I'm in a good mood and a good vibe. On a weekend, I record 3, 4 videos on a day, and therefore sometimes that's enough content for a month for me, because I can chop those videos up or I can blast them as is. But that helps me out a lot when I record, multiple videos in time. Because if you're a content creator and you create regularly and consistent, like I say, there's going to be times where you just don't feel like creating content. There's going to be times where, you're tired from work, or your motivation is low, or your mind is somewhere else, and you just don't feel like creating content. But if you got things in reserve, then for those times and that period when you don't feel like doing something, you just whip out one of your pre-recorded videos. You just whip out one of your prior produced memes, or you got reels already ready. You just pop out something that you already got created, and you're good to go, and you don't miss a beat. Your audience don't know that you created this 3 weeks ago, unless you're talking about some time sensitive subjects. But they don't know you created that 3 weeks ago. They don't know you created that last month in a batch. They just see, new content is coming. So create your content in a batch that could help you with posting consistent and regular. Then here's another thing connected to that I wanted to get to, is they have a app. I use Buffer. And what Buffer is a scheduling app that allows you to load up a bunch of content, and then you can set the app to what day you want it to post, the day and time that you want it to post particular content. So you can set all your reels in this app. You can set all your memes in this app. You can set different quotes and different posts and different things you want to say for a whole week. You can set it up on Sunday, right? And then you set the date and time, and then you set it and go. And then the app will go ahead on Monday. It'll post your reel at such and such a time. And Buffer is so cool that you can post up to 3 different platforms simultaneously with just one button. So you say on Monday, post this reel to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or you can, whatever combination. Hey, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube reels, post it for me. And you don't even have that. That's so easy and so cool, because you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to, come up with, what time should I post today? You've already done it. And then on Tuesday, what you've already set up for, it's going to do it. And then you can do the same thing with your live. You can have it set to pre-record. You can't do it through Buffer, but if you use StreamYard, you can schedule that event in advance on Wednesday at 3 p.m. You want that live to go live, and it'll play your pre-recorded content. And you can do this with Buffer for basic social media posts, up to 3 different platforms with the free account, which I use, which is pretty much more than enough what you would need. And therefore, you can set your whole week up on autopilot. Monday, something gonna post. Tuesday, something gonna post. Wednesday, something gonna post. Thursday, something gonna post. Friday, something's going to post. Saturday and Sunday, if you so choose, something is going to post. See how easy that is? So you can set this thing up, and you can set it to go, and therefore you got a whole week worth of content, and you work smarter. You didn't work harder. And while you got this set up on autopilot and you don't have to post anymore, don't rest on your laurels. See, I said you can batch stuff on Saturday and Sunday, but while you got this automated, come up with some more content during the week. Create some more reels, come up with some more memes, come up with some more images, come up with some more quotes, come up with some different things you can put out there. Come up, record another video, because you never can have enough content. And even if you don't, as I say, even if you don't post that content right then and there, you want to have as much content as you can in reserve for the times. What if you get sick for a week and you can't record? You don't feel like recording. You just, you're bedridden. You just want to get in. You want to lay in your bed, eat you some soup, drink you some juice, and get better. You ain't thinking about posting no content. But if you got so much content in reserve, then as I say with Buffer, you can just set it up on autopilot, and you can be sick as a dog for that week, and all your content is still going out. So That's a powerful strategy. That's something that you can do, and that's something that you should do. And these are the type of things that I tell my clients and advise them on. Um, Post regularly, consistently, produce quality content, batch create your content, come up with a content calendar, and set that thing on autopilot. See, you want to make this as easy as you can, because as human beings, we have a million and one things that we have to deal with on a weekly basis. And you don't want this to be something that's left behind or pushed to the side because you got so many things going coming at you. And it doesn't have to be that way if we just utilize tools that's available. Now, I talked about Buffer as a tool, and the app is just Buffer, Buffer. You can look it up in the Apple App Store, and I would assume the Android App Store. I don't use the Android phone right now, but I assume it's in the Android App Store as well. Um, but the point I was getting to, Buffer is the app that I use and I mentioned, but uh, Facebook has a scheduling tool built into its interface as well that you can set up posts. I don't know how far out, but you can set up posts. I only do it in 24-hour increments when I use the Facebook scheduler. So I would want to assume that you can do it throughout the week. But in either case, just go look at Facebook's scheduler, that they have that built into their interface, that you can schedule a post for, say, the next day or the next few days. Then that may be something you want to look at as well if you don't want to go through Buffer, that you can schedule it through Facebook, and then when that day and that time comes, that post will post on your behalf. I don't do it on Instagram, so I'm not sure if Instagram has that built into their interface. I don't use that tactic for TikTok or, yeah, I'm not sure about TikTok. I believe you can do it on YouTube. Don't quote me on it, but I believe that YouTube has a option where you can set a date and time when you want a particular video to post. But don't quote me on it, because I don't use it I don't use it personally, but I want to believe that when I post that it has given me the option of a date and time when I want to post. But don't quote me on that. I can't recall. I usually just post in real time whenever I post. But yeah. I hope that something that I said um resounded with you, and I was able to give you some actionable steps that you can take starting this week coming up. This is Sunday that I'm recording this. Whatever day you hear this, take action in the moment. Just start implementing what I said in that moment. As you conclude and hear the video, this message, just go ahead and start putting some content together. Go on Canva if you need it, and get you a content calendar, and come up with a regular schedule for the coming week or the coming few days, and then create a week schedule and get to posting. As I say, it's not going to happen overnight. It still may be crickets, even if you post every day for a week or two. But over time, the people will find you, and you will find your people. And it'll be a great, happy moment for you. And when you start getting engagement and you start reaching more people, and people start commenting and loving what you say, then that's going to be all the motivation in the world and excite you to create more content. See, it's quiet now, so you're not all that you may not be that motivated except for internal motivation. But when you start seeing those people showing up and they start asking you questions and asking for your expertise, you're gonna have all the motivation in the world. You're gonna be a content creator wizard. You're gonna just create so much content. It's gonna be amazing. And I want to see that for you. And I want to see that for all content creators and all social media marketers and all people that's out here trying to make a move in this digital space. So I just hope that something that I said was motivating to you and gave you some actionable steps to move forward in your journey. But this is a common problem that I see when I do my social media audits or check out somebody's page on their behalf. This is a common problem, but it can be easily corrected. And it can be easily corrected starting right now as you conclude this message. It can be easily corrected right now. So, this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. I think I got everything out I wanted to say about this subject. We ran about 35 minutes when I thought I was going to be just a quick in and out type message, but I just wanted to empty myself of everything on my mind about this. As I was just walking around the house, I just said, let me put something together just to talk to the people and talk to the tribe and let them know about this particular situation, that they can fix this. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. Check me out at digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. Check me out on YouTube. I have a presence there. I have a presence across the social media landscape. On Facebook under Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. I'm on Instagram, Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. I'm on TikTok, Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. I'm on LinkedIn, Mustafa. You can find me there. Depending on when you hear this message, I'm in the my mind is going blank. I'm in the process of producing some books, both digital and print. Depending on when you catch this message, they might be in the public domain. You may be able to purchase them or download them. So if that's the case, go to digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. You'll be able to find the digital book, or go on Amazon and look up Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, under that brand name. And you may find a book that I produce. Hopefully it'll be out whenever you hear this message. It won't be out right now, but if you hear this, 3 months or 6 months in the future, it'll definitely be out by then. You can look that up on Amazon. If you got any questions, anything that questions from this particular message, or just questions in general, digital marketing, I'll be more than happy to entertain those. You can put them in the comments. You can email me if you go to digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. My email address is linked on there as well. You can set up a consultation with me. That is for cost, but I'll be more than happy to take you on and help you. And those are the things to get in contact with me. Just check me out on social media, digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com, and email me, and just stay in contact. And let's keep this great journey of content creation, digital marketing, and building a digital presence for ourselves online. All right, peace. See you next time.